This programme is brought to you by Mental Art and Products Deep Heat and Deep Freeze and Willie McLernan at Farmer Autocare, official sponsors of East Kilbride FC TV. Hello there, welcome along to more EKFC TV highlights, and with all the lonely cam action in the last couple of weeks or so, easy to forget about this league game which is still to be played. Nothing riding on it per se, but still to be fulfilled, and it's Threave Rovers against East Kilbride on this midweek evening. Well, looking at Threave, well, they are bottom of the table and really had a hopeless season. But Paul McGinley's side may well feel that there's a chance to take on EK, who may well have cup final in their minds. They're still trialling out players with Thomas Garrett and Greg Feeney in there as trialists, and they do have a full complement pretty much on their bench, so they do have a bit of depth about their side to look to try and pick up something here. East Kilbride don't have a lot of depth on their bench, only 3 substitutes. Liam Gormley with those experiences. It's great to see Chris Gebby back in the fold as well. Sean Winter captain of the side today, and there is also a debut for Liam Craig from the under-20s, so he will be involved. But there is still a backbone experience there: Coleman, Proctor, Brady and Smith and Hastings up front, so they do still have enough, you would suspect, to win this game. So Sean Winter leads outside. I still can't get used to that summer haircut, but out they come anyway. Kilby in their blue and gold. Two getting in for their pies at the hut, and we're off and underway. Threave in the red get us going the home side tonight. First potential chance here. It's going to come back for Brady to have the second go at it. And Miller with the header. McAlvey forward from Threave. It's off the back of Anton Brady. It's up long for the chasing Ben Irving. Well, gets by Coleman, still going Irving. Oh, and it's went through McGinley, and Threave Rovers take the lead. 16 minutes gone. And Coleman done there, he was already ruining that. Craig a little asleep to try it back, and McGinley, not his best goalkeeping, near post. It's 1-0. Hastings. Brady looking for Smith. It's cut out by Lucre. Now Fernie. And here's Irving in behind. This could make it 2-0 here. Oh, it's another howler from McGinley. Near post again. Couldn't get a strong enough hand on it. And Ben Irving has got in behind of Coleman. Off the leg of the keeper, and it's 2-0 to Threave here inside 20 minutes. 2 goals in 4 minutes. Well, it feels like EK at the moment are in cup run mode rather than this game. Hardy in there though. Easy enough for McAlvey. Well, you wonder what he's thinking. Brady. Cole going forward, searching for the pass. Hastings and Smith combine. Cole going for the dummy routine. Bobbling around in there is Hastings, and he's put it over from, 7 yards out at the space. That's not been the first half for East Kilbride. Brady looking to get on with it quickly. Big to Hardy, who gets it forward. Giving away to Barnes. Now Fernie! It's 3-0 to Threave Rovers. 3-0 to Threave Rovers. Spotted McGinley off his line. And he's a trialist as well, so is that one way to earn yourself a deal with the club? Cannot believe the scoreline in this first half. Brady's free kick. Calvey just about did enough. At half time, Meadow Park, and I don't think we've seen this one coming. Not a lot riding on the game, but East Kilbride clearly got their minds elsewhere. And Martin Loughlin will be having a big team talk. Irving with 2 goals in the 16th and 20th minute. There was 1 or 2 defensive lapses. Fernie made it 3-0 with a great chip again. McGinley off his line. And that's where we are. 3-3, East Kilbride 0. And away we are for the second half. East Kilbride, what rockets have they got behind them for the second half? Moving around a bit. East Kilbride trying to win it back and do through Winter away from Jameson. Cole! Oh, it was a decent effort. Sat up nicely, but straight into McAlvey's path, who managed to tip it away. Corner in. Somehow trying to work it through as Hastings clipped there. Miller tried to get the shot away initially. Miller this time, the first time, tried to find the space, then Hastings came in. Don't think there was too much in that, to be honest, from Welby. Goodwin tried to the back, and now Threave tried it away through Welby. Struggling here, now Winters won it back. McAlvey away. Certainly tried to respond to East Kilbride. Now here's Irving. Call back there just to stop him in his tracks, but here's Garrett now. It's blocked. And Forsyth with the efforts. Hardy. Hastings. Smith. Gormley just came on. Won it back and scores. That's a good impact off the bench from Liam Gormley. First couple of touches of the game from the bench. And EK's pressure at the start of the second half rewarded. It wasn't great defending. Claiming for a free kick was Welby. I think he just marched off it with ease. And well done to Gormley. 65 play. Cole's delivery off Cluckery. It's not cleared well by him, and now Winter fizzing it across. Calvey did enough. Hastings. In a corner. Hastings to deliver. Comes back to Brady. Still going Anton Brady away by Forsyth. Piling on the pressure now. It's one-way traffic this second half. Ball back in on Hastings. Flag goes up for offside. Call to deliver again. Headed away for Brady to pick up. Now Winter. Winter looking to take on Jameson. Away by Cluckery. And that's not far away from Hardy. Gebby. Another summer haircut. Chris Gebby. Now Smith taking them all on and getting into the box here. Jack Smith. And trying to get in there is Gormley. And they just out scrap away Winter now. And it somehow went into Martin McCalvy's hands. Flag up anyhow. Threave Rovers bottom of the Lone League. 3-1 in front. EKF upped it in the second half, but just the one goal. Time started to run out, but now here's Fernie, and out comes McGinley. And the referee says it's a foul. McGinley wasn't quite sure in the first round if he got enough of the ball. He's got a yellow card anyway. Just a yellow. Good run here from Hardy. Gets it back, and now the delivering from Hastings. Smith in there, and Gormley, and hasn't quite worked out. Hastings corner. And it's not far away at all. Was it Coleman there? They're getting the chances, Kilbride. It's going to be one of those nights. Coleman forward. Brady. Smith. Smith now Gormley and Brady. And the foul in from Forsyth. It's a penalty to AK. Yellow card flashed in front of the Threave player. And it's their time, is their hope, certainly for at least an equaliser. This is to make it 3-2. 6 to play, just over. Jack Smith. It is 3-2. Keeper dies. If he stood still, it would have been saved. It wasn't the cleanest of penalties. It was trickling into the middle of the goal, but they all count if they go in. There's their time left. And the Threave gets underway. Wonder what they're feeling, because Kilby have really ramped up, and now Winters won it back for Smith. Oh, tug back there, and that was going to be another yellow card, surely. It is. Brady getting it down quickly. I think Cole might take it actually. It is so. 5 minutes to play. Can the EK somehow rescue a late goal? They did score quite a lot of late goals, especially first half of the season, so you wouldn't put it past them. Three have certainly wilted in the second half, struggled to deal with Kilby pressure. There's Cole's delivery. On the 10! And Craig Hastings celebrates. Did he get a nick? Well, it's 3-3 anyway, 5 to play. Another dangerous free kick. Colin again. And over, was it, I think, Jameson in there to get it away. Well, they've got back to Theo. Incredible. I mean, there's still time left in the game. Coleman in there. A flick on. Through in there. Smith! And they have won it! David Proctor's glance on, and Jack Smith from point blank range. And in the context of the season, it means zilch. But in terms of the fight back and the momentum for the Cup semi-final at the weekend, Proctor with the prod on, and there was Jack Smith right at the death, right at the very death. Game over. And what a comeback from East Kilbride. They didn't turn up in the first half. They were still on the bus down to Threave. Goals from Irving twice, and Fernie made it 3-0 to the home side, but they kicked into gear. They pounced on any ball. They wanted to fight back, and Gormley got one back straight off the bench. Lated to the 84th minute, a penalty. Jack Smith for 3-2. Cole with a free kick for 3-3. I thought Hastings might have got a flick, but he didn't. Cole's goal, and the final goal right to the death from Jack Smith from point blank range. Extraordinary. Elsewhere, White Welfare 2, Cumbernauld Colts 4, BSC Glasgow 3, Stirling Uni 3, and we all know what's just happened on this one. Maybe that's the story of Threave Rovers season and why they're down at the bottom. Capitulated, especially later on in that second half. Edinburgh City, the champions, deserving champions, and doing reasonably well so far in the playoff, which is great to see. Spartans second, Stirling University third, Kilbride, Colts and Kilbride make up the top 5. As for Threave Rovers, they are very much rooted to the bottom with only 10 points this season. So this was an added bonus, wasn't it? Nothing riding on it, but it has meant that East Kilbride will have added momentum to the game against Kilbride Colts in the semi-final of the Lowland League Cup. We've got that and potentially the final to cover on EKFC TV, so do join us for all the highlights. Do get yourself to the games if you can. And from producer and cameraman David Craig at the game, myself, Callum Patterson, it's bye from us.